Hello, this is the Board Deck and Dice first play, or 1.5 play, because Mark and myself have already played Lorenzo, but Chris...
Lorenzo.
No, well, I'm pronouncing it how the Swiss pronounce it.
Okay.
But Chris has not played Lorenzo.
No,
or
Lorenzo.
Or, as the Italians pronounce it, Lorenzo. So, we have a worker placement game here where you're placing your workers out to get cards to build 2 engines and also some scoring and powers. Everything's run through kind of these dice, so there's an orange, a white and a black, and basically your workers have a different colour on the top and that is their value. So white is worth 2, so I could place them anywhere that's 2 or lower with no mitigation. Otherwise I need to use a bit of mitigation in the form of servants to expand where they can go, or in the form of these cards here, which give you bonuses as you go along. You have to stay, by the end of round 2, you have to be at number 3 on the faith track to keep the church happy, of course. Otherwise you'll get permanent disadvantage for the rest of the game, which in our game is -1 to all the dice. But you can choose not to please the church even if you're up there. So you can aim to be up there for the later ones, which are a lot worse, the punishments. So Mark's already played it. Happy to be playing again?
Yeah, it was an alright game, yeah. I was rubbish last time, but...
Glowing. Absolutely glowing.
It's from me, yeah.
You fancied this one for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been looking forward to trying this one. Keep seeing it and never managed to play it until now. So.
Yeah. I love my first play. I absolutely spanked the other people.
Yeah.
And worker placement and engine building, match made in heaven. So we'll see how we get on. So we've already set up the role player, but we're to our final thoughts on Lorenzo. Mark is looking as engaged as ever there. I played a lot worse than my first game. Didn't manage to combo everything as nicely and came in with 68 compared to 80 odd. You got 95.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the game?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It was one of those games actually where I think it benefited from what I tend to do is I spread myself out too thinly usually, but for some reason it seemed to work quite well on that, and I like the balance of the game, how you can sacrifice your certain aspects like the shield military to get cards, but it's sort of the way it plays off between the points is nice. And the dice mitigation is nicely done as well, so you're not really, there's not much luck involved, despite the dice being quite important.
How do you feel about the punishments from the church?
Oh, well, don't get me started.
Not in real life.
Oh, right, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah, they were harsh. Some of those were really harsh, and I think the ones we had were actually quite lenient. Like some.
Well, the purple ones, none of us got the purple ones, but I had the -1 for all my dice for the rest of the game. Yeah. But actually, it wasn't too bad.
No.
But yeah, I just didn't get as much. For me this time, even though there's less players, there wasn't as much opportunity for me to get faith or military, and I go big on territories because everyone seems to go for the yellows in my last game, but it didn't work out that way. But I wasn't as far off you as I expected by the time the end turned round, and a couple of different moves in priority, and I think I could have been a bit closer, but I don't think I would have stopped you winning by any chance. And Mark, you came last. Yeah. Well, that was our first thoughts on Lorenzo, and guess what we're going to do first thoughts on now?